Hey everybody, it's Jen. Sorry it's been so long. Things have been kind of hectic. Let's see. I'm on round 3, VLCD number 27, and I was 194.8 today. I did fat fasting Monday through Friday, and then yesterday morning, Saturday morning, I was only at 0.2. And as a rebound gain from fat fasting, that's pretty awesome. Usually I gained a pound or a pound and a half, so I was pretty happy with that. I plan on doing another round of fat fasting starting Monday, which is tomorrow. And I want to do it Monday through Friday, and then hopefully I'll have hit anything under 190 pounds. And then Saturday and Sunday I'll eat probably 1,000 calories, kind of transition from fat fast to P3. I'm kind of hungry, which is why I'm not going back to very low calorie. But I plan to do very low carb, and by Monday be back to my more typical 1,500 calories and start P3. Looking forward to it. I'm tired now. I'm ready to move on. I've been struggling with cravings this week, and just plain old wanting to eat. I want to eat something, you know? So it's messing with my head. I always go kind of crazy at the end of a round, so I don't know I don't know why, but I do. This particular week, I think AF was Tom was the culprit. Only spots left, so that's good. Get that out the door. I did do 1,000 calorie low carb day today, and it's Super Bowl Sunday, right? And I made a baked good with almond flour and hazelnut flour, and it was from alldayidreamaboutfood.com, and it was 4.5 carbs per serving. It was good. Actually, it was really good. It was a muffin filled with kind of like a Nutella chocolate hazelnut filling. I have to say the chocolate hazelnut filling was pretty good. So, people have been asking me lately, why do a fat fast? You know, what's the reason behind it? And just to make sure, you know, this may be my first video you've seen. So a fat fast is a very low protein, very low carb, very high fat day. 90% fat is preferred, 75% is okay. It's usually 800 to 1,200 calories. Sometimes I do in the 600 or 700s. Sometimes I do 800 or 900, just depends. Hi, baby. And this is how it works. Our bodies require glucose, which is blood sugar, at all times. Most people eat carbohydrates, which convert very easily to glucose. In the absence of carbs, though, our body will make glucose from protein. It's not as efficient, nor is it preferred. You know, it's not what our body wants to do, but it will do it if there's not enough carbs to, you know, for carbs to be the main fuel source. In the absence of protein and carbs, the body will convert fat into glucose. Now, this process is very inefficient, and the body does not want to do it unless it has to. Not giving the body enough calories forces the body to pull fat out of storage, and in breaking the fat down, some of it can be converted to glucose. You know, in the process of breaking it down, here's some glucose and here's other stuff. And this other stuff, it can't really do anything with because it needs proteins or carbs to break that down further into energy. So the essential components required to turn those parts into usable energy do not exist in the body, So the body just eliminates that part, you know, you pee it out, and you're basically throwing away calories unused, you know, and that's where the bonus weight loss comes from. So yeah, it's why a fat fast day for some people's people's bodies seem to work differently, but for a lot of people, it's why fat fast days result in greater loss than an average low-calorie diet day. So, fat fasting is not recommended for more than 5 days in a row. If you start feeling bad while fat fasting, stop. Eat a little bit of carb, eat a little bit of protein, try it again the next day, or go back to VLCDs. That's fine too. Or P3s, depending on what phase you're in. I use fat fast days, but the higher calorie limit for correction days on P3 as well. So, where am I? Fat fasting, by a lot of the people a lot of the doctors, like Dr. Atkins, recommend it only for people who don't or have stopped losing on a more typical low-calorie or low-carb diet. Atkins calls these people metabolically damaged. So if you're losing 15 or more pounds, including your loading weight, not including your loading weight, in 30 days on VLCDs, you probably don't need to fat fast. You might choose to do a fat fast day or two to shake things up. Maybe you're stalled, maybe you messed up, something like that. Or if you're craving fat, because it's very low fat on VLCDs. If you're just craving fat and it's either stop and move to P3 or do a fat fast day, that might be a solution. So for those people, I recommend no lower than 1,000 calories though. If you're metabolically resistant, you can do lower calorie, but for just normal people, I wouldn't do the lower calorie range. If you want more information about how fat fasting works, you can Google the Kekwick diet, Kekwick. There were two original doctors before Atkins that discovered that people lost better on a high-fat, low-calorie diet, eliminating almost all carbs and protein. It was better even than pure fasting with eating nothing and just drinking water. So it's very interesting. If you're interested, I hope that answers your questions. Please put in the comments if you have more questions. I'll answer questions in my next vlog. The only other thing I wanted to talk about was one of the things I ate on one of my fat fast days last week. It was Dana Carpenter's, one of her recipes for shirataki sesame noodles, and it's a fat fast recipe. She has an article she wrote on carbsmart.com. I'll put the link down below. She writes about her hCG experience and her early fat fasting experiences, and then she shares some recipes, two of which are her shirataki alfredo and her shirataki sesame noodle recipe. I have to say, the sesame noodle recipe is really good. She has a different one on her website, the holdthetoast.com, but I haven't tried that one, but the one on this particular article is very good. I'll run through the ingredients real quick, but you can go there to find out the amounts and how to make it. Don't be put off on shirataki noodles by their smell. Don't smell them. Open the package, put it in a colander, drain it really well, run it under hot water really well, rinse it, mush it, so rinse all that fishy smell off, and then squeeze it real good, squirt out the water, and then heat it for a minute in the microwave and take it out and squeeze it again, and it'll get rid of the unpleasant smell, and then they're very useful. If you don't like plain old shirataki miracle noodles, try the tofu shirataki. They're a little bit better. They have like, I think it's 25 calories more. I think it's 40 calories for the entire package. And then I think the miracle noodles are like 15 calories total or something like that. So there's a slight difference, but not much. Her sesame noodles is 1 package of shirataki miracle noodles, 1 tablespoon of low-carb peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, a tablespoon of chicken broth, a half a teaspoon of sesame oil, that's important, a half a teaspoon of ground ginger. That's not too much. That sounds like a lot of ginger, but it's not. And then some soy sauce, some garlic powder, some sriracha, which is a chili sauce. It's very good. And that's it. It's pretty easy. And it's all done in the microwave, I believe. Trying to remember how she did it. I did it in the microwave if she didn't. And it was very yummy. So, oh, hi Kaylee. You always seem to come at the end. You want to say hi? It's like you know when I'm done. Say bye-bye. So. Anyway, I'm doing well. And hopefully I'll be done with the pizza soon. Bye, guys. No.